We are live. So why is JLo pissed? And what was the bombshell that Britney dropped? And why can't everyone stop talking about Bad Bunny? Plus, we've got details on how you can make some really quick money just from eating cereal. Stick around. It's all going to be coming up this week's episode of Hot-ish. Oh, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Just when JLo thought she was gonna make money off her wedding, someone beat her to it. A video leaked of her serenading Ben with an unreleased song while he was sitting on the dance floor. Now, of course, this was pre-planned because she had backup dancers that were performing with her. I want you to check out this clip. Let me tell you, she was pissed because she said this was stolen without our consent and sold for money, period. Whoever did it took advantage of our private moment. We had NDAs and asked everyone not to share anything from our wedding. JLo, instead of NDAs, why didn't you just have their cell phones collected before coming into the party? I mean, hey, I guess there's always a next time, right? You know, in case she ends up getting married again. When it comes to JLo, you just never know. Britney Spears shocked the world again. She dropped a bombshell 22-minute video on YouTube the other day. It ended up quickly getting deleted. Now, in it, she lashed out at her family about, you know, the long-term abuse and trauma from her conservatorship. She talked about how she turned down tons of money for sit-down interviews and how now she is ready to open up about things that she hasn't really shared with anyone. Now, if you didn't get a chance to hear what she said, well, lucky for you, there are people who grabbed it and reposted it. Here's a little clip.
Literally, the extent of my madness was playing chess with, when it was playing chase with paparazzi, which is still to this day one of the most fun things I ever did about being famous. So I don't know what was so harmful about that. But I remember my mom was sitting on the couch and she said, "We've heard people are coming here today to talk to you. We should probably go, you know, to a hotel or something." And I never really understood what she meant. I didn't believe her. Like, is a lawyer coming here? Who is coming here?
Now, if you want to hear her full story, we're going to link this in the description below. Poor Britney, man. I gotta say, it's like you could hear in her voice, like, how she feels. By the way, did you notice that she was calling a gurney a gurner? I don't know why that made me laugh, but it did. I had to just share that with you. Anyway, we'll just keep it moving now. The official trailer for season 2 of the Kardashians is out, and according to Kim, it is going to be insanity. Let's take a look.
This is like such a dream come true. You have no idea how iconic this is.
Season 2, it's gonna be insanity.
I saw all of the backlash on the Variety interview.
No one sympathizes with you.
We get to see Kourtney and Travis's wedding, Kylie's second baby being born, Khloe's new baby via surrogate, and Kim without Pete. You know, he made the last trailer. I kind of hope they give us a little glimpse inside their short-lived relationship because that will really suck if he was totally cut out of the show. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to wait till September 22nd when it premieres on Hulu. Excited. I will be one of the first people watching for sure. Guess what Chris Rock is not doing next year? Hosting the Oscars. Because during one of his recent shows, he said hosting the Oscars is like asking him to host Nicole Simpson going back to the restaurant on the night that she was murdered. Yeah, he got a lot of backlash for that comparison, but we all know what he means. I kind of have a feeling, though, Chris is never going to forgive Will, you know, for that whole infamous slap. What do you think? Ladies, now is our chance because Leonardo DiCaprio is single. But wait, there's a pattern here because he just broke up with his 25-year-old girlfriend, Camila Morrone, after dating her for 4 years. Now, we all know he's known for dating girls who are much younger, but why is it that once they reach 25, he kicks them to the curb? I mean, have you noticed that he's never had a girlfriend over the age of 26? It's like 25 is when they expire. Does he realize he's 47 right now? He's not getting any younger. He's not even aging well anymore. You know, I'm going to be the one to say this. Leo, maybe it's time you start dating someone a little more age appropriate. I don't know, unless you enjoy treating women like you're leasing a car. A few years later and you're onto that newer model. Man, he is still kind of hot though. Not as hot as he was in Titanic, but kinda. Ciara is on a mission. Literally. She gave us a glimpse on the gram into her new skincare line, which is called On a Mission, or as they like to refer to it, OAM. Now, she's all about the vitamin C. She's going to be offering a hydrating cleanser, brightening pads, brightening serum, eye revitalizer, and moisturizer, and they all include that vitamin C. Now, she said these products are for all skin types and that the vitamin C gives you that glowing skin that we're always looking for. Now, you'll be able to get your hands on it starting September 15th. Who knew that Teresa from the Real Housewives of New Jersey was a nympho? She dished details on how much her and her new husband, Louis, are getting it on during their honeymoon. Now, she said it was about 5 times a day. What? Now, when did they have time for all of this? I mean, she went on to say that she can't keep her hands off him. He can't keep his hands off her. She can't keep her tongue out of his mouth. He can't keep his out of hers. And all I'm left with is a nasty visual that I really didn't need to see in my head right now. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, listen, I'm all about love and I'm all about PDA, but seriously, Teresa, calm down. Take it down a notch. You are not Kim Kardashian with Pete Davidson and that BDE. Just take it down a notch. Did Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox call it quits? Well, they didn't show up at the VMAs last weekend, and the word on the street is that he was out partying hard the night before, which is why he didn't go. Sure. Whatever it takes to keep suppressing the truth, because mark my words, they are coming to the end of their relationship very soon. You might have heard it here first, but just like I said, mark my words, they are basically done. So we're going to move on to a little bit music news now, okay? Good news for the Swifties. Taylor Swift announced that she's dropping a new album called Midnights, which is focusing on the stories of 13 sleepless nights that are scattered throughout her life. And now, why do I feel like one of the stories is going to be about that time Kanye interrupted her speech at the VMAs? I guess we're going to have to wait till October 21st to find out, because that is when it drops. And speaking of Taylor, I hear she's about to make a surprise announcement about kicking off a world tour next year. Now, if we actually think about this, she hasn't done a tour since her 2018 Reputation World Tour. And since then, she'll have released 4 albums: Lover, Folklore, Evermore, and her new one, Midnights. Can you imagine what her set list is going to look like? She's going to have to put on like a 5-hour show at this point. I'm just saying. Bad Bunny made sure to keep his name in everyone's mouth this week after his performance on the MTV VMAs. Take a look. Now, not only did he kiss a girl and a guy, but he also made history this past weekend when he won the Artist of the Year award as the first non-English artist to win, beating out Drake, Ed Sheeran, even Jack Harlow. Clearly, he is not afraid to make a statement. But what are your thoughts on this? I mean, some people are saying that maybe he's bi. He's saying that, you know, it's okay to kiss a girl and a guy and it doesn't make you bi, straight, gay, fluid, whatever. It just makes you a person. What are your thoughts on this? Because, I mean, he was even talking about how he was wearing a dress and that it's just a dress. Like, a dress does not signify only for women. He said it's a piece of clothing. So putting on a dress is good for both a man and a woman. What are your thoughts on this? Feel free to just leave your comments. Harry Styles got hit with flying chicken nuggets at his concert here in New York City over the weekend. You know, one of his crazy fans started tossing nuggets at him to get his attention. Apparently it worked because they had an all-out convo for everyone to hear. But if she knows Harry, she would know he doesn't even eat meat. So I wouldn't say that that was the best choice of item to throw. But I will say the best part was when she asked him to give her back her nugget. Good luck preserving that souvenir. Well, let's take a look at this video.
Interesting, very interesting approach. Who threw the chicken nugget? That's another chicken nugget. I don't eat chicken. Sorry. I don't eat meat. No mangiacane. There you go, you can have your nugget back. First of all, this is cold. And I'm assuming very old. Would you like it back? You want it back? Why? Because. All right, there you go. Don't eat it. And don't, now it's on the floor. Don't go looking for it. We'll get you another nugget, okay? Fear not, fear not.
I love him. He just loves to just, not give a shit, basically. You know what I mean? I love him. I know, a chicken nugget. Why would you throw a chicken nugget? That's a good chicken nugget you just lost. Unbelievable. But like I said before, he's not even into eating meat. So why would you do that? Like, that just doesn't make sense. At least throw maybe like a cucumber or maybe, I don't know, a grape. I mean, I don't know. You shouldn't even be throwing anything at this point. To be honest, can these performers just get a chance to perform without having to like dodge a bullet and not possibly get knocked out or whatever with a piece of food or bra or a shoe? Like, the things I've seen get tossed at concerts are just unbelievable. Just let the people perform. Let them put on a show. That's why you're there. Enjoy the show and go home. Man. Anyway, we'll just keep it moving. Lil Nas X had everyone's jaw dropped when he showed up wearing this to the MTV VMAs. Now, is it me? Or does that headpiece just look heavy? It's like he's asking for neck problems. Anyway, he always comes out in some crazy fashion statement. I guess that's why he was just named the new ambassador of YSL Beauty. Big congratulations to him. Yes, you go, Lil Nas X. All right, we're gonna do a little chick chat now, all right? How many pictures of your pet do you have in your phone? I bet it's probably more than you have of your significant other, right? Because a new survey showed that on average, we take about 400 pictures of our pets. Now, I don't know about you, but I take more selfies than a we. Although my dog is cute, let's be real, I am cuter. Speaking of, maybe I should take a selfie right now, just to document this. All right, let me not. I'll wait till after the show. Did you see those viral pics of the couple that took their engagement pictures in front of an Olive Garden? Because they wanted to give off Italy vibes, but they live in Tennessee, so taking pictures in front of the restaurant was basically the next best thing. Looks like their creativity paid off, though. Olive Garden found out about it, and they're sending them to Italy with their photographer so they can recreate some of their engagement pictures in the motherland. Call me crazy, but I bet they're going to be honeymooning in Italy. As long as they're not, you know, pulling a Teresa and Louis, banging around the whole entire country, everything will be great. Everything will be fine. P.S. By the way, Teresa had her honeymoon in Greece. So she's getting it on all over Greece. If it were me and I'm in Greece, I'm going to be like going to the ruins, sightseeing, drinking, eating, partying, looking for, I don't know, hot Greek men to look at. I don't care if I just got married. I mean, I'm not dead. I can still stare and look, but come on. I still can't get over this. 5 times a day. Most of us can't even get it once a week or a month or a year. 5 times a day. Moving on to a little food for thought, okay? Since we're thinking about this, I just have to get into it. Can you believe that if you want to buy whipped cream here in New York, you now have to be 21 and show ID? Yeah, that's because teens were buying cans of it to do whippets and get high. What's next? Bouncers standing next to the whipped cream at the supermarkets or at ice cream shops? This is getting out of hand. What are they gonna like illegalize next, or whatever you want to call it? ID you for next? To breathe? Unreal. Are you craving the taste of those Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies? Because you are going to want to keep your eyes open for these new Stacy's limited edition Thin Mint flavored pita chips. Now they're coming out this month, so when you see them, I suggest you stock up because they may end up selling out quicker than the actual Thin Mints. And speaking of, you know, Girl Scout time, it's like going to be coming up in January. It's like from like January to April is like Girl Scout season when you can, you know, cash in on those cookies. So that is why I'm glad that these are coming out now so that we can end up, you know, getting ready for them. And they look delicious. Ooh, if any of you see them or try them, let me know where to buy them and let me know what you think of them. How would you like to get paid $5,000 just to eat cereal? Well, let me fill you in. Kellogg's wants 5 people to eat cereal for dinner instead of breakfast. They want you to take a picture of you and your family enjoying cereal during dinner, post it on the gram, and you'll have a shot to cash in on that Monday. Now, you got to do it before September 26th because that happens to be National Breakfast Day. And they plan to pick one winner each week to get this cash. And they're also going to throw in a year's supply of your favorite Kellogg's cereal. Sign me up. I'll eat cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I would totally do that, though. I totally would. Bet you didn't know that you are not the only one who needs an adult beverage after a long week, because your plants actually do too. Scientists in Japan found that giving your plants ethanol, which essentially is alcohol, will let them thrive for up to 2 weeks without water. Sort of like how alcohol lets us survive our crazy lives. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I don't have any plants because I don't have a green thumb, and I would probably kill any plant that was living in my apartment. However, I almost kind of want to try this. Like, I want to get a plant and then just feed it alcohol and then see if it survives for 2 weeks. Or is that just like, is that plant abuse? Is that plant abuse? I hope not. They're trying to say, I guess, you know, in case you live in an area that has a lot of drought and stuff and you can't really water them, or I guess if the plants are outside, it's like, just toss them alcohol and they'll survive. But I don't know. Do you get hungry before bed, but you're afraid to eat something because you know it's too late? Well, I found a few snacks that can help you fall asleep and they won't make you feel full. You ready for this? There's almonds, Greek yogurt with almond butter and berries, or with granola almonds and berries. There's golden milk, rice, tart cherry juice, chamomile tea, peppermint tea, a slice of whole wheat bread with butter and walnuts, or with bananas that you spread on the bread. That kind of sounds good. I mean, personally, I'm not all about eating carbs before bed, so I would probably pass on the toast with butter and walnuts or with bananas on it. However, that Greek yogurt with berries and granola, yeah, sign me up. Anyway, I do want to give a big shout out to everybody who's in the chat. Thank you so much for hanging. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Also, don't forget, If you're new here, which I want to say welcome to my newbies, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and make sure that you tap that little bell so you get notifications. Oh, and make sure that you're also following. Yes, make sure you're following me on my TikTok page, on my Twitter page, at Starr, aka Virtual, Starr with 2 R's. That said, I hope you join me next week for the show. Thank you so much for hanging and hope you enjoyed Hottish. Have a good one. Bye.